going on, everybody? Happy Friday. It's Friday night, and of course, it's time for Chaos Season 2, Episode 15, coming at your face right now. I don't have any banter, so I'm just yucking it up. No, I was preparing for today's session and going over my notes today, which I guess I closed for some reason. But I was looking at, I was like, wow, fuck, I got a lot of notes for this season. And we've got 6 episodes left. Where am I at page-wise? Because I added a bunch of shit today. 196-page Google Doc just for this season. Isn't that insanity?
Is that, you don't have to get too, into how the sausage is made, but is that is a lot of that copy pasting from PDFs? So you have their official stuff, or is that just all that's original? No, yes, I wish it was all original. No, it's I start with copy pasting, and then I kind of rewrite and move shit around and stuff. But I mean, this might be the largest file for any one particular season of a project. But I'm looking at what could be left for this season, and as the person behind kind of pulling the strings, but also I have an idea of where it's going to go, but I'm also kind of a viewer, and I'm kind of an audience as well, trying to see where it's going to go. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm excited to see how you guys are going to finish this off, but I'm kind of blown away at the size of this, and also how much you guys have done already. It's pretty crazy, considering that Eagles Grange was 2 episodes, and the sidetrack scenario was 4. Yeah, not exactly canonical. Anyways, how's everybody doing? You guys having a good week? It's April now. It's middle of April. If you're watching this, it's probably middle of April for you. It's constantly raining in New York. What is it like on the other side of the country?
Well, I guess Rob and I can Rob and I can speak to what it's like in the middle of the country, I guess, because I'm back in Denver, and it's sunny, cool.
Yeah, it's nice
and lovely.
Although over the last weekend, Ross, I don't think you were back yet. Remember, I feel like on the last episode, we were like, what's Denver's problem? That natural disaster-wise. And I was like, nothing. We're great. Mm-hmm. That whole weekend was a high wind warning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
And thousands of people lost power. It was crazy. It was very gusty and blustery. And it sounded like I was on a boat when I was trying to go to sleep.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah. My friends who are staying in the same building that we're staying in, which is a 55-story high-rise in downtown Denver, said that when the big gusts came in the middle of the night, it felt like the whole building was going to topple over as it was getting slammed by these intense winds. And apparently people's deck furniture got blown off their balconies and was just swirling around downtown.
All right, so last night I'm in bed and I hear what I think is a loud sound, but I'm half asleep. I'm I'll deal with it later. And it was really windy last night. I go out to take my son to school today, and we have this set of patio furniture, and one of the chairs, and these are massive fucking chairs, one of them has been blown off of the deck into our pergola, and I'm like, how strong that wind had to be, but why just one? And then I started thinking, I think somebody came into my backyard and just threw one of my chairs.
That's the obvious choice.
And then I said, why? What is their motive? What do they got against me or my chair? Why wouldn't the other one blow? Why wouldn't this, I had this batch of, it was a Christmas decoration that fucking holly or something that was left out, and I just keep forgetting to throw it away. It was laying on top of this bin. That didn't blow anywhere. That weighs less than a pound. This thing has to weigh 45 pounds. Completely blown off the deck. So was it the wind, or do I need to look at my camera?
Usually the most simple answer is what it is. And that
Occam's razor?
Sounds like the most simple answer is someone came into your backyard,
yes,
threw it.
With a vendetta.
Thank you, Kate.
I think it's time for install some cameras.
I have cameras, and now I'm going to go back and I'm going to look and see if anything pinked.
Check the footage.
Obviously a raccoon on steroids.
You guys have bears
a little bit
there?
of a roid rage.
Yeah.
I think they're a bear. They're cougars.
Oh my God.
Hey,
at happy hour. No, there are. Somebody said we saw a bobcat in our yard, and I haven't seen a bobcat, but there's deer around and raccoons. I do see on my Ring camera now and again these two fucking raccoons. I think they're brothers, and they just love terrorizing my trash. No one else's trash. So I've got cinder blocks that I put on there. They've worked out a system to push the cinder blocks off and get at my trash. Anyways, maybe it's those assholes.
Maybe you just got the good trash, Troy.
Yeah, I do have the good trash. They love dirty baby diapers.
Picture them pulling up with a tiny tow truck and like hitching it to the deck chair, just like driving it through the pergola.
Head them up, move them out. I love this beefy raccoon gang theory.
Yeah, right? It just seems like what they would do. Be like, oh, you want to put some cinder blocks in your trash? Well, take that deck chair. And then I come up.
That's part of Incredibles 2, when the raccoon and the baby like have a fucking feud. They like go at it.
Yeah. Damn right. Bear would be able to grab this, but a raccoon's got thumbs, baby.
Raccoons with a tow truck.
Have you ever
That's why they always want to show you their hands.
That's right. Yeah.
Have you ever met a bear in the wild?
Yes.
You have? And were you? Did you do what you run zigzag? What are you supposed to do? Throw a rock at it? Like, I don't know.
Well, I've seen them at a great distance. Where my family lives in coastal North Carolina, there are black bears, which are some of the smaller, like in terms of bears, pretty small. But I've done hikes in places where grizzly bears are, and you're supposed to like clap at intervals as you take your hike because loud noises are supposed to sort of startle them and get them away, even though they could bisect you with just a flick of the wrist. Yeah. But I did at Yosemite, just kind of like take a corner and like, whoa, there's one like right there. And it was totally unperturbed, just kind of like waddling through the forest. And it just kind of made its way away without paying us any heed at all.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it was, if it had been threatening in any way, that would have been acquaintance for yours truly.
The one time that I ever did any kind of backpacking hike trip, like my buddies and I went on like a 5-day fucking, I was out of my element. And day one, we're walking through like a ravine and we just look down and there's a bear with 2 cubs. So that's even worse if you get anywhere near them. Then we didn't pace it out right, or some fucking blog was like, you can do this in a cinch, it's easy. And then we were like, we're dying. And we got to like day 4. And if we were going to make it to our car by nightfall on the next day, we had to camp at a spot that was not like an official spot. It was just like where we had to stop. And we got to this valley. It was beautiful. It looked like we were in the, fucking Middle Earth. We looked down and there's bear shit everywhere. It's just like a minefield. And there's nobody else camping there. And we had to do the thing where we take the trash and like throw it over a tree branch and like pull it up. Like there wasn't even shit to like hide it in, like, like the bear box things. And I spent all night terrified. Of course, we were on drugs, but I spent all night terrified because we ate all the food because we had to we're like, well, we better eat all this freeze-dried bolognese. And so my tent mate fucking housed like Ross with a bowl of cereal, destroyed this bag of freeze-dried thing. And all night slept like a baby, but was farting the entire time. And every fart smelled exactly like the meal we just ate.
Ew.
And I, again, drugs, was not sleeping. And I was like, the bear is going to smell this. Bears are going to smell this smell, which smells like a dinner. And every twig snap, every rock pebble fall, I spent the entire night assuming we were dead men. Just
what a way to go.
Thanks a lot, Tony. You fucking
lured by the smell of bolognese farts. They were torn to shreds.
I feel like that story had everything. It had farts, it had bears.
It really did, yeah.
It had freeze-dried pasta, trash.
That'll be a TikTok clip.
Yeah,
but bear shit's no joke. I went camping for the first time with my wife, then girlfriend, 10, 12 years ago. And I remember we were like, let's walk around the lake. And I had like a trail map and I thought we could just get right back around and realized a couple hours in, holy shit, we got to go back. And it started getting dark and I didn't know like if we were going to make it out because I couldn't figure out, there was no like trail markers and you couldn't see them in the dark. Anyways, as I'm walking around, I step in bear shit and it's got to be like a yardstick wide bear shit. We're going to die. Speaking of going to die, let's get into tonight's episode. We've talked about the weather. We've talked about bears. It's time to play some Call of Cthulhu. Last week, my goodness, was a bit of a reprieve from our Eagles Grange days. and our time in Lesser Edale. We're back on track. We're back, not in London, but we're back kind of investigating leads that you've discovered fairly early in this season, one of which is Henson Manufacturing in Derby. It was Margot and Carter that broke into the Penhew Foundation. Something smelled a little funky there. Break into the Penhew Foundation, find a secret room that you had to press the eyes of a sarcophagus, opened up a secret room. You go downstairs, and among the things that you find in there is a receipt for a safe that was built in to this place, Henson Manufacturing. So you're like, well, it's a lead. We'll follow up on it. You go there posing as safe inspectors, or like the guys who installed it, and you brought your wives. Really kind of went off the rails.
Shocking.
Hearing you say that back to us out loud makes it sound ridiculous.
It does sound ridiculous. We, of course, brought our wives. And you want to check the safe, and it's a very far-fetched story. However, you roll like extreme successes, and you meet with the foreman, basically. I want to make sure I'm using the right name here. Frank Marshall, and he doesn't want to let you in at all, but you convince him to let you in. You come in, he's cleared out all the workers, and you go to check out the safe, and Carter rolls an extreme success. I think you used luck to turn it into extreme, to show him how easily you can pick the lock. And his demeanor completely changes. He shuts the safe and escorts you out. Says, I need to talk to my boss. This is, thank you for your time. Please get the fuck out of here.
That's where the episode ended, I think.
That's
where we should pick it up.
That would have been a good ending, but no, instead, in classic Mystery Squad fashion, you decide to come back and break in. Of course, the one little hinge to this situation is, since you roused Frank Marshall's fears, he's now put at least a third security guard on watch. So now you have at least 3 guards to contend with, as opposed to the 2 you heard about when you first approached Henson Manufacturing. One other thing I forgot to mention is you followed the workers to the local pub, and in talking to them, got the sense that they're working on a secret government project. That's what they told you. They seem to believe that, and so you've taken that information and you're trying to break in there, see what is going on inside Henson Manufacturing. You come up to the gate in the middle of the night. Carter goes to roll a locksmith roll, fails it. You push the roll, and you fumble.
Succeeded.
The push.
Oh, in my notes it was succeeded. No.
Fumbling the push. Never good. Never good.
By like a point. I think it was like at a 48 in locksmith, I rolled like a 96 or whatever.
Yeah, it's one thing to fail a push roll. That's bad. Bad things happen. But a fumble on top of that, this is very bad. So what you see is the guy that's walking outside, his flashlight turns towards you, and he starts scrambling towards you. And that is where we start today's episode. And in fact, we will start today's episode as a result of this failed push, this fumbled push in initiative. Margot, you have the highest dexterity in the situation here. What do? You see Carter.
Let's roll for luck. Let's just do a quick roll.
Oh yeah, do your luck roll. I don't know if it's gonna help you.
Let's do that.
Oh, you never know.
Just forget the fucking luck roll.
Oh, I got past it.
I got a hard success. I rolled 3 under 11.
That sucks.
Brutal.
Well,
Yep.
That happened to me last time, I think.
No luck
so.
for Desmond.
Hard success on a luck.
So you spent it all and you haven't been able to get any back.
10 luck, baby.
10 luck for Carter.
Oh, wow.
Where was that?
I'm sitting on 70 luck. Let's fucking...
Holy moly.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to throw you right into initiative here because I want to see how you handle this. I think this guy is coming towards you. He's got the flashlight. He's running towards this locked gate. And Margot, you have the highest dex in this situation.
Is the gate, let me ask this real quick. The fence that this gate is in, is it like a wall, or is it like a chain link fence that they can see
It's a wall, and this is a metal gate. So this is the side gate that you guys
So that's the only
through.
part you can actually see through.
Yeah.
So is me sitting there going like, like fumbling around with the thing. So has he seen anybody else? We don't know.
You don't know. It's just coming towards you. There's this blinding light in your eyes.
Oh, so
All we
it's a
know is that he's
possibility.
racing toward us with the speed and aggression of a hungry bear after some tempting bolognese.
Smelling symbolically farts.
That old
Feyre
saying.
starts clapping.
So there is a chance that this person might have seen Carter because there's like a separation in the fence a bit, or in
Very
the
good
gate. You
chance.
said,
Yeah, it's like a metal gate with a lock on it.
I don't want to break anything, Troy, but in terms of this initiative rolls and all this stuff, but is it possible for Carter to talk to the squad right now before having not rolled an initiative yet or anything?
What do you want to say?
I think he only saw me, just like, hide.
I mean, obviously, I feel like Margot wants to run and hide, but then thinking about like leaving one of you out there would suck. Like, what's the point if one of us hides if we can't? Are we all up there? Is it just Margot and Carter?
The way I envisioned it, and you can talk me out of it, is that you're all huddling around
Yeah, I
Carter
thought we were
as
all
he's
there.
fiddling with
Yeah, I think we're all
Yeah,
in
I
a little
think
squad.
Maybe I could like just like get him to chase me, and then you guys can go in. Like, this is the distraction. I figured it out.
Do I see anything around? Because like it's like a smooth wall. Is there anything around that we can just like run quickly to and hide behind?
I mean, if we split the gate, then he might not be able to see,
Maybe.
pressing ourselves against the wall,
Or we choose violence.
which is violence.
Either way,
Or-
I can distract him.
Yeah, we take out the shotguns.
Yeah.
That
Well,
sounds
hey,
crazy.
we're not
We could-
first in
we
the
could just-
initiative order. You
It's
go
true.
ahead. Maybe the
so
shotgun comes
Margot,
out.
it's panic mode here. You see like everything was like a controlled situation. You
Yeah.
walk up there, and he starts picking. All of a sudden, the light is streaming through the gate, and you know the jig is about to be up. So in this moment, what does Margot do?
Yeah, naturally, I think she looks around to be like, is there anywhere for us to run to right now?
Yeah, you could cross the street. You could run down the end of the wall. And if he comes unlocking the gate, everyone else is going to be there. You could just bolt down the street and around the corner. You could cross the street, hide behind a mailbox. There's plenty of places to run.
And how fast do I think everyone else is? Like, initiative-wise, I can't remember all of your initiatives. Because I
And we just met, so.
I feel like I know, right? I feel like she turns and is like, downstairs, Sarah, so someone go across the street, we'll split up, go across the street. I'm gonna run down the side of the wall. And like, she's like running away as she's saying that. Everyone split up, go run.
All right, so you
So
just
run.
bolt like along the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna run like down the wall and try to like go around it, staying in the shadows.
All right,
With my gun out. I have my gun out.
you have your gun
Or-
out.
Actually, no, I don't.
Okay, because I was
That's
saying you can
crazy.
pull your shotgun out and start running, or run, and then when you get to your destination, just arm yourself. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait because like if they find me with the shotgun out, they might be like, "Oh
Full
my god, we're
suspicious.
gonna murder her."
I'm just
versus if they
taking a nightly walk with my
find a
shotgun.
little lady without a gun. Seemingly, it might be better. So
Okay.
no gun yet.
Great. I wish I could just tell you what's going on behind the scenes here, but suffice it to say, the guy that's running at you has the next highest dex. And what he's going to do is he runs up to the fence, and as you see this flashlight come into view, he sees you, Carter. He sees your half face. Now, whether he puts together that he saw you earlier today or not, we'll leave it to my imagination at this point. But what he's going to do is attempt a combat maneuver to grab your arm between the grates in the fence, to like reach through and try and grab your arm. So your option is to do your own maneuver, dodge, or fight back.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight back.
You're gonna fight back? Okay. And explain to me how you're gonna fight back. You're gonna punch him, stab him, pistol
He's
whip him?
reaching through,
He's reaching through to try and grab your wrist.
so I want to grab his arm and go and bring it down on the
All
bar.
right, so you give me a brawl roll, I give you a brawl roll. Highest success inflicts damage. If I succeed and you fail, then you're gonna take damage.
I got a hard success.
And I got a regular success. All right, so he reaches through and you just like slip him, grab his arm and smash down with it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me some damage. Your damage is going to be 1d3 plus your damage bonus, we'll say.
Oh, God. This has been a while on the brawl.
Yeah, I don't even know what your DB is. I cannot believe this succeeded.
All of you have 1 except for me.
DB is 1d4.
Your damage bonus is 1d4. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, mine's 1d4.
So it's a d3 for the damage plus a d4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a 1 on that. Plus 3 damage.
3 points of damage. And he's just like, there's someone at the gate! There's someone at the gate! And now it is Desmond's turn with his 61 dexterity.
Oh
no, you have a 60 dexterity, but I have it listed as a 61 for my own reasons.
All right, this guy's got his arm still. Carter still has him.
Oh yeah, smashed him right down.
Smashed him right down. His arm is bent horribly, and he's trying to scream and get attention. Well, I don't like that. I'd like to silence him, so I think I'm going to reach in and I'm going to come around Carter's shoulder, clap my hand over his mouth, and try to silence him.
Okay. So you want to try and grab him and put your hand around his mouth, pull him into the fence so that he can't get away as well.
That's right. I'm pulling him even closer, almost like knocking his head against the bars. Easy there, Pally. If you don't move, don't shout, and no one won't get hurt no more.
All right, and he'll just attempt to sock you as you do that. So you roll a brawl, and I'll roll a brawl.
Brawl on brawl. Here we go.
And I failed.
I also failed.
Okay, all right. So he just keeps yelling. He tries to hit you and misses. You're both fumbling at the gate. You're sticking your hands through to try and grab him. A little slap fight, and he keeps yelling, "Get out here! Get out here!"
It's slippery little bastard.
You guys at that moment hear a noise coming from one of the buildings, like a door opening up. And now it's Fairuz's turn.
Sorry, my internet cut out for a second. So there's what happened with Desmond real quick?
All right, so Desmond tried to... Oh, go ahead, rest.
I reached in to try to silence the fellow who's had his arm snapped by Carter.
Did it work?
No, I'm struggling with him. Yeah. Short answer, no. We're flailing and slapping around at each other, but he's still yelling, and a door's just opened inside. Someone has heard him and heard the commotion.
And then how far away are they coming around the side? Because maybe I can go take the other guy out.
Well, there's a locked gate, so you can't get through.
Oh, so there's no, we don't know where okay.
Yeah, you hear somewhere on the premises, you heard a door open, and you would assume someone rushing towards you.
Oh, okay, but it's, so the door opened on the other side of the gate. It's not like a building behind us that's not on the compound.
It's a building within the compound.
Okay. Got it, okay. I'm going to take, I want to take the butt of my knife and just kind of whack him on top of the head, maybe knock him out.
Okay, so a little boom, a little blunt force damage. All right,
Do I get any sort of advantage since he's already kind of taken hits on the brawl, or no?
No, not yet. Until something drastically changes, you wouldn't get the bonus die. However, his attempt to fight back will take a penalty die because this is the second time he's doing it this round.
I got a success. With 2 points of damage.
All right, so I rolled a 4, which would be an extreme success, and a 94, which is a failure. So you succeeded. Go ahead and give me. So what is your knife damage?
It says 1d4 plus 2 plus damage bonus, but I guess on Roll20 it calculates it for you.
Okay, but you're not using the sharp end, so tell me what the damage is, and I'll just kind of work it out.
It says 2 damage.
2 damage. All right, so
yeah.
Great. All right, so you hit him on the head. It doesn't really do that. Maybe you just kind of graze him right behind the ear. He's taking some damage, but this poor sap is just he's still standing and he's still yelling, and now he's got blood coming out of his forehead. Let's see whose turn it is now. It is Carter's turn. So Carter, you grab this guy while you're in your attempt to fight back, slammed his arm. Desmond tries to grab him. Fairuz comes over. It's a very clumsy fight right now. And you can see, since you're up in front in the distance, that there is another figure running towards you.
Okay. It might be time to go. But we're here. Carter will be like, get your fucking hands out of the way. And I want to reach through and grab, interlace my hands behind his head and smash him into the bars.
Okay, so you want to straight up combat maneuver, brawl to grab him and boom, and really inflict some serious damage here. All right, he will feebly attempt to fight back and will have no chance of doing so. In fact, all you need to do is succeed and you'll do damage.
Okay, I need to figure out how to get back to the important part of this. Skills. Great. It's what I thought it was. Okay.
I don't like that face.
Oh no! Wow, it's quite the. For those of you listening at home, Rob has fallen into a swoon. Okay, that's why.
Oh, a 99. And what is your brawl skill?
It's 77, so it's high.
All right, so it's not a fumble, but it's definitely a failure.
Good God, this fucking gate is cursed. This is my third 90s roll.
Did you say you had 70 luck?
I can't spend it on a thing.
Make it rain. Oh, that's right.
Oh wait, even if I could, that's a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing. Michael in the chat, I always mess this up. I'm not supposed to take a penalty die. You're supposed to get a bonus die when you attack. So basically, because I'm outnumbered by the opposition, I'm at a disadvantage. So once a character is either fought back or dodged in the present combat round, all subsequent melee attacks on them are made with one bonus die. So you should have got a bonus die.
Me? Kirk?
Yes. So you have another. Basically, keep your
chance.
I can roll a something number. I can roll a something 9.
Something 9. Yeah.
Watch this shit.
Fairuz, you hit.
39, baby.
39. There you go. Okay.
It's a regular.
Nice.
All right. So regular success.
Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
I need your Venmo.
All right. So give me the damage.
Okay. So this is
going to be your brawl damage, which I think is 1d3 plus your DB.
Okay. Fucking. This dude is getting. 5.
5 points of damage. All right, so you grab his head, boom, slam it against the gate, and he just crumbles to the ground.
Just shut up.
As he crumbles down, another light is rushing towards you guys.
Okay, I want to just try something.
Okay.
If I may.
Is it an action?
We can just keep letting them come up like a video game cheat.
We just slowly build a pile of them down. But he was yelling. I realize there's maybe a flash. You tell me if the guard that's approaching is in a position where he could clearly see what's going on, then what I'm in the process of suggesting here is ridiculous, and I will retract it even before I say it. But if it's the kind of thing where he's only heard what's going on, what would Desmond presume from his vantage point?
Well, Desmond would presume from his vantage point that this guy is about to run up and see his buddy unconscious in front of the gate.
Okay, but he hasn't seen it quite yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard to know whether or not he saw the altercation.
Okay.
All he heard was, "No man, somebody's trying to break in."
Question: did another round of initiative start, or another round?
Yeah,
I didn't go.
You did go at the beginning of the round.
But everyone else is going twice now.
Nope, Desmond, but Ross is just sort of weighing in here. But now we go.
If you have something, please go for it.
Carter already went.
No, I only did my fight back thing. I think I'm last in the. I think I'm last in the order because my deck.
Yeah, you are last in the order.
Yeah, I don't want to snake you, Kate. If you've got
No,
something you want to do.
I just thought that I was skipped, and I was like, wait, I have an idea. But
yeah, no, sorry. I was just answering Ross's question here. But Desmond, you have a chance to think about this because we do go to the top of round 2, and it is Margot's turn. Margot, you ran, and they all stayed there and just you can see them
bones cracking and yelling.
Right.
So I guess I ran like all the way down the wall to the corner. Do I see like the entrance of the place?
If you ran to the front of the building, there is another gate that's locked and closed, and that was closed even when you guys came up during the day. That's for cars and horse-drawn carts to get into. You could try and lockpick your way into that and come around the other side.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like if they're just like unintentionally distracting everyone to be running that way, it's like, should I just take a chance with my probably poor lock-picking skills or whatever?
Or you could try and climb the wall.
Yeah, or climb the wall.
Let
me see. Well,
all of a sudden, this thing's just got crazy.
Versus
it's going exactly like how we planned.
My
you can also take your shotgun and blow the lock off, but that's going to be loud.
My climb is 30 times better than my locksmith, which is
so what is it, a 33? All right, and you've got some luck. You always can push the roll. All right, so this is very interesting. They're all fumbling with one guy. They've taken one of the guards out. Another one is running. There's at least a third one out there. Mm-hmm. You come around. You see they haven't followed you. You want to hop the wall?
I think I want to try to jump the wall.
Okay.
And if this dies down, somehow get them in. I don't know. I'm not thinking that far into the future.
Right.
I'm going to jump the wall.
Pure adrenaline.
Pure adrenaline.
All right, give me
We tried to think into the future. Look what happened.
Give me a climb check.
All right.
And hey, if you succeed on this, you get to check that climb box.
God, it was actually lower than I thought it was.
Hey, all right.
Oh, shit. All right, so that's a fail. I've got a 20, I rolled a 56, and I've got 31 luck. So if my math is correct, I'm going to need to try to push this because I can't spend luck to make it a pass.
Right.
All right.
I could be wrong. I think you've failed every pushed roll since we started this game.
I think you're wrong. That sounds wrong.
Just putting that out there. Now, this is very dangerous. You got a 20 climb?
I have a 20. I have a 1 lock pick.
Yeah. 20 climb is tricky, and you can't use luck on a push. So
I know, and I can't use luck now because it's not going to make it a success. So I feel like she's trying to climb the wall, and she's like, I don't know, slipping. It's like not a regular rock climbing wall. There's nothing to grab onto. So maybe she takes a beat and tries to find somewhere to stick her feet into, keeping 3 appendages attached at all time.
Okay.
Whatever, and tries to
parkour up the
tries to push the climb roll.
Push that roll.
No, that's what.
All right.
I don't know if it's a fumble though.
What did you roll?
83.
No, it has to be 96 to 100 if it's under 50. However, you did fail a push roll. So what happens is you jump up and you start to get halfway up the wall and you slip, you fall, and you twist your ankle. So you take 1 point of damage, and also anything you do now with movement is, until you have chance to heal, is going to require a penalty die. So you've got a twisted ankle and 1 point of damage.
Movement is in maybe trying to run away.
Trying to climb again.
Okay.
Or anything that we'll kind of deal with it as it comes. But you've got your ankle is fucked up. So it's more like a role-playing thing.
Rolls her ankle and is like, fuck, don't shit. Maybe you hear in the distance a German.
I'm sure Margot's fine.
German being like, bah.
I was rooting for you. That was going to be cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that's your turn. At that point, Carter and Desmond and Feyruz, you're still at the gate there. You look and you see the door to the workshop fly open. And a third guy comes out and he's looking around the flashlight. He's going left and right. And that's all that happens. Desmond, another guy is running towards you, but he's not at the gate yet. He's about halfway between that shed, the large shed that was the building that was emanating a lot of heat, and the gate where you guys are at.
Man, okay. So I think, so last thing I saw is Carter clang. Now this guy's slumps, yes, look down the street, see Margot topple off the wall and crack her ankle.
What's she doing?
It's damn it. And then see this light coming towards us. Before this other door opened, I was going to try to throw this guy off, be nothing's going on. I think that would be a real stretch at this point.
We're just delivering a pizza.
Golly. 3 guards, and we have the sense that 3 might be all there is.
One room in the yard, you saw it when you guys were scoping out from the building across the street. You saw one flashlight moving around one big building, another flashlight like bouncing off the walls of another big building. So you know there's at least 3. And now all 3 that you know of have made themselves known. You also know there's information in there. You just get the sense, why have a safe like that? What is in that safe? You may not have a better chance in this, but there are people bearing down on you, and a gate that kind of separates both you and the enemy. It's a very, very precarious situation here.
All right, I mean, I think there's I will maybe lean over to my new compatriots and be like, you think you can find a way to get in if I hold him here?
Oh yeah, of course.
If you let him go, I will pinion this guy against the gate with my hands around and then shout to the flashlight coming towards us. Easy there, copper. I got this fella's neck in my hand. You come one step closer. It's curtains for this lad.
Wow. Didn't think I'd have to roleplay here. All right, so it is this next guy's turn. So he just kind of like comes up, the light's getting larger, and brighter, and he sees you, and he's like, I don't want to do your accent. Oh, no, what the fuck? So slow.
I said one step closer there, boy.
Slow down. Listen, nobody needs to get hurt here. Wait a minute, aren't you the inspectors that were here earlier? Yes, of course, I recognize his face anywhere, points at Carter. What have you done? What's going on here?
Oh shit, they made us.
They made us.
Are those your wives?
Yeah, that's my wife.
You bring them everywhere with you, don't you? Even to your heists. What's going on here?
You're not the one asking the questions here, boyo. We're the ones, not just asking questions, but making orders. You just put that flashlight down and whatever weapons else you got in here, this fella's out for it. You think I'm fucking joking?
He's Irish, man. You better watch out. Temper and all.
Look at the state of his arm. Unless you like that to be the state of his other one in his neck as well. You best do what I say.
He says you don't have the guts. You don't have the guts to do it.
You don't know who you're playing with, boyo. You just sit it down, nice and easy. You think I won't? You think after what I seen, there's nothing I won't do? And I'm going to try to convince him of this, not with intimidate, but Troy, if you'll allow me, but with my arts and crafts skill of acting.
Yeah!
The journalist profession requires that you take acting arts and crafts.
Oh my god, that's actually kind of brilliant. I love it.
Oh my god. All right.
I spent 5 years in a slammer. I seen things you wouldn't believe.
Carter's like, wait, what?
I'd broken off bigger men than you, boyo. You think I can't snap each and every one of his fingers? I'll send him on a cripple if you don't. Sit it down, nice and easy, and maybe you'll unlock this gate while you're at it.
Okay. He's got a knife out. Give me your acting role.
The role of a lifetime.
Wait, what?
It's
luck?
Okay, it's a failure, but I got luck, baby. I got luck. The luck of the Irish. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So let me just quickly do the math.
Wow.
Okay.
The role of a lifetime.
Okay. I spend the luck to make it a regular success.
All right. Wow. Okay. So he's got his knife at the ready, flashlight in the other hand. And he drops the knife. He's like, all right.
There. See, now we can be reasonable.
What does that mean to you?
I'm sorry, what does what mean to you?
Being reasonable. What does that mean to you? We've got a bit of a situation here now, don't we?
Yes, I'm afraid we do. Seems that we got a bit of a standoff here. So why don't you just come right up here to the gate? Nice and easy now.
He takes a couple steps forward in the darkness, the light getting brighter on you, spilling out onto the street.
And I may be eyeing my friends nearby, hoping that they can maybe pounce on this fella, if they have, unless he's made them as well.
Yeah, he sees like Carter there.
He's already talked shit to me, yeah.
Right.
Might see Fairuz, but he certainly doesn't see Margot.
Does the guard I'm holding, what does he have on him in the way of accoutrement? Like, it's not a policeman. It's not like, in a perfect world, this guy's got like
it looks like he has like a club, like a billy club kind of thing tied to his belt buckle, like swinging from his belt buckle, and he's got a knife, but he's not coming. He's still keeping a bit of a distance between you and him, and he wants to know, like, what's the plan here? We've got one of my men, but I'm safe back here. I've seen you. I know you're up to something. I yelled to my man over there, who's on his way. You'll be in big trouble. So what's the plan? What's the end game here?
We have to finish our inspection, sir.
I don't think you're safe, inspectors.
Jesus.
Wouldn't threaten to kill one of my men if you were. You are trespassing. What do you want?
We just want in. We want to look about the place. Now that seems reasonable, don't you think? We're not looking to rifle nothing. We're just looking to have a little walk round, eh? Then everybody goes home safe and sound and in one piece. Unless you want to play the hero.
It's not gonna happen. My job is to keep people out. So why don't you drop that man there?
Seems to me that your job just had a little bit of a contingency now. Seems to me that keeping people out extends so far as the safety of your personnel, don't it?
Guy behind him is like, "What's going on up there, Charlie?"
It's all fine, isn't it? Nothing to see here.
I'm not sure yet. Seems we've got some trouble. Listen, I don't know what it is you're after, but you're not coming in here. Now you let my man go, or you kill him. There is a locked gate that separates me from you. You're not getting in.
Are we still in like an initiative situation, or is everything just
Please,
kind of
if other
break
people
out?
want to weigh in,
It's kind of free-forming, but we would go to the other guy. The other guy comes up, and the guy puts his hands up and holds, okay? And so now you've got two of these guards flashing, and the other guy's like, "Hey, what's going on here? Hey, what happened to whatever the guy's name is who's down on the ground? What's happening here?" And the guy explains, "We've got a bit of a standoff. They've threatened to kill Jim." They're the ones that were here inspecting earlier, but they're no inspectors. They're trying to get in here.
You don't know that.
And he's like, "Should I go call Mr. Marshall?"
No one's calling anybody. Not as if, unless you want Jim to see the sun come up.
Fairuz, you got that gun?
I know. When he says like, it's like, oh, is that a threat? She like pulls out her gun and she said, "Well, that's a promise."
They back up, and then run towards the building. And now it's Fairuz's turn.
Okay, so we still have this lock.
Still got hapless Jim.
We still got hapless Jim.
And well, Jim is, I think, subdued probably by.
I think he's knocked out.
Yeah.
Does he have keys?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Does he have keys?
Ooh! I'm not even have you do a luck roll. Of course he has keys on them.
Great.
A luck roll. Oh.
I reach into
of course he
his
has keys
pocket
on.
and my one hand on his neck, I pass the keys back to you.
It's probably not going to open. I think that lock's broken. That's why I couldn't pick it. It's a fake lock.
Yes, that's probably what it is. And as Feyruz will attempt to unlock this gate.
All right. So just give me a luck roll to see how fast you find the key.
Okay. Who's who? Would that be me rifling the guy?
Just because I know her
Me?
luck.
Oh no, you're making me roll. You know my God damn it. You know I have a low luck.
Just want to see how long it takes. I know just have one
I
key
mean, you
that
need to give me
says
time to
fence.
limp back over there.
All right. Well, that was a failure. I rolled a 36 versus my 11. So what am I fumbling about still?
No, I'm going to say you could unlock the gate, but that's your turn.
Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, that's fine.
All right, so you find the key, unlock the gate. That's your turn. Now it's your turn, Carter. The gate is unlocked. Jim is unconscious, and the two guys are running back towards the building.
Is there...
and you didn't see guns on them unless they have them in their jackets.
I want to look around and see if there's telephone lines to cut so they can't call. If they're running back to call Mr. Marshall...
Interesting. There are telephone poles. You saw them earlier. I'm not going to have you roll a spot hidden. And they run directly to that main building, the one that you walked through that had the office and the safe.
Yeah, I want to fucking snap them.
All right, so staying
they must
outside.
go up the pole. I don't have to climb the pole, right? There's a line that goes up the pole.
Yeah, this is interesting. Let me quickly look up 1920s telephone wiring and how it works.
It's all just cans with strings attached.
It's like a box, a fuse box.
Oh, man.
No, it's a cool enough idea that I want you to be able to accomplish it, but I want to make sure it's a little bit difficult. So you stay
That's
on
a
the
counterintuitive sentence, sir.
Staying on the perimeter of the building rather than rushing in. You find a telephone pole and you want to try and sever these wires.
Yeah.
Now, I imagine the difficulty here is even knowing what you're cutting and not electrocuting yourself. So you give me what you think a relevant skill here is. It doesn't have to be climb. It's just a skill here to know what to cut. Electrical repair or whatever I'm trying to think of all the random skills.
Yeah, mechanical repairs. I feel look, I've burgled in the past.
Yeah, you've cut your share of telephone wires. Let me see. I'm gonna look at the skills too.
Yeah, all the ones
I just feel it
make sense are shitty. So I can roll
history.
a shitty. Yeah.
The history of mechanical repair doesn't really make sense.
Electrical repair is also...
Yeah, it could be that it's just not a good roll, in which case I'll just have you roll a luck roll to see if you can pull it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
If there's nothing else that we can come up with, then let's just see a luck roll to see if it actually works. Okay. Because if I was outside of my house right now and I was I'm gonna cut my power, I wouldn't have any fucking idea what to cut without killing myself.
Right. So just to be clear, because I feel like they're separate things. Yeah. I'm not looking to cut the power, though. That's cool.
You're looking to cut
just
the
the line so they can't call out for help.
That's where I can't think of a relevant roll. That's your classic luck roll here.
All right. A hard success, 35 under 70.
All right, so you see the what you would assume is the telephone pole, wires leading directly into the building, and you snip them.
No, I pull out one of these brand new knives. I bought all these knives.
That's okay,
come on,
great.
Betsy.
I was only going to electrocute you on a fumble anyways. All right, so
great.
Carter runs out there. We come to the top of round 3. Margot, it's your turn. Margot, I don't even know how much you know what's going on
right?
over here, but if you ran around... I guess, I don't know. You tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you if it sounds crazy.
It seems like maybe Desmond saw me fall, so I got maybe to the corner.
Yeah.
And maybe I heard the commotion of yelling.
I think you could have easily heard the metal gate opening.
And then, I don't know, maybe I look over and I see Carter are you climbing a telephone pole?
I don't think so. I hope not. Because
what is he up to now?
Carter.
Realizing that I can't lockpick. I have no skill in that at all. And I just tried to climb and I failed. So it was either blow off my shotgun over here to try to distract them, but I can't see them. I don't know what they're doing. But I see my friends like opening the door and figuring stuff out, and they're not worried or being maimed. So I'm gonna limp back towards them and be like, "Is it fine to come back? What's happening?"
All right, so you come back. You see a guy laying on the ground. The gate has swung open, and Carter's over by the telephone pole down the street, like fucking around with wires. Abrams has her gun out.
I tried to climb, and I fell. It's fine, though. I just walk it off. We're going inside?
You also see guys running towards the building.
Should we chase them?
So that's a good idea.
Okay.
And I will run pell-mell after those guards.
Limp as fast as I can, I guess, at this point. With
all
my
right, so
shotgun
Margot and Desmond's intention is to pursue. One of these guards will get to go before Desmond. So basically, Margot, you start limping your way in, and the guy who came out of the second building.
Instead of chasing them, I'm gonna go in. Are they going into the workshop where the safe is? Oh, okay, yeah, that's where I want to go.
Okay, all right, so you start limply following. The guy who is kind of in the back, who's closer to the building, he runs into the workshop. And now it's Desmond's turn. Desmond, you just bolting for the workshop?
Yes, I'm in pursuit of those guys. I want to try to get to them before they can lock a door behind them.
All right, so Desmond, you just sprint across the yard, and I would say that between you and the workshop is this other guard. So you don't want to run past him. You have the initiative to try and tackle him, to do whatever you want to him.
Well, I got
one guy's running inside, one's outside.
Yeah, I got that truncheon from the guy that we subdued. So I'm like rushing up from behind, raising that club to sock him before he can.
Okay, I love this. Give yourself a bonus die.
Medicine. Here we go. Roll combat here?
Yeah, go ahead. Do a brawl roll. Give yourself a bonus die. He's not even watching you. He's running towards the building. You're coming up from behind and just
looked up the club stats. Here we go.
Yeah, he's melee. It's just a
yeah. But I can roll my 10s because I got that sweet. Yes, I rolled a 15 under 55.
Nice. That's definitely hard. I don't believe it's... Oh, no, 11 would be extreme. So that's a hard success, and you hit him with a truncheon. All right, so give me the damage on that.
Okay, so the a club, small, nightstick, that the base damage is 1d6 plus damage bonus, so here that comes. 1d6 plus 1d4. So that's 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. So you just come up from behind and wallop this dude. And I'm going to say the force of the blow takes him down. And he's still like with it, but he's just like, fuck. You smash this guy on the back of the head. You pull the club back and it's just got like viscera and blood dripping on it.
Clump of hair.
Clump of hair.
Damn.
Gray matter.
Do I have to roll sanity for that?
No, it's all happening so fast. Maybe this will hit you later.
I'm charged up now.
Margot sees us and is like, what the fuck? I thought this kid was a journalist.
And now it's his turn. And so he gets to his feet and he just tries to like lash out with his knife at you. So do you want to attempt to dodge this knife or do you want to fight back with the club?
Oh, amazing. I love it.
Smack
love this all happening.
Yeah, I'm absolutely. I think we're getting a taste. This fight is sort of revealing to me more about the character of Desmond Mahoney. And I'm not playing into stereotypes, but it turns out he's rather hot-blooded and he's got a bit of a temper. So yeah, when that knife comes out, he's like, "Oh, I don't think so, boyo," and he goes to parry the blade and try to knock it out of his hand. So he's fighting back.
All right, so do you want to, is that what you want to do, combat maneuver and knock the knife out of his hand, or do you want to try and fight back, hit him with the club?
Fight back.
Hit him with the club. Okay, all right, so you roll your brawl, I'll roll mine.
Here we go.
All right, I have a regular success.
I, too, have a regular success.
All right, and since I was the attacker, I do damage. So he slices out and kind of like, I imagine it's one of these like from the Beat It video. Just like slices through, cuts you open in the chest, just like the Beat It video when the guy's stomach opens it. That's the director's cut. And you're going to take... Okay, shouldn't be too much damage, but it will be damage 1d6. I rolled a 1 on a 1d6 plus my damage bonus, which for this guy is a d4. So you will take a total of 4 points of damage.
Okay.
So he slices open your stomach.
That's not great.
That's
Not great. We are in it now. This is a legit melee, and it is Fairuz's turn.
Other than this guy, like, is there anybody else? Did they just run off?
One guy ran into the building, and one guy is in a fisticuffs with your new buddy Desmond.
I'm gonna run into the building and try to chase this other guy down.
So just run past him and be like, you got this, Desmond?
Desmond seems like he's got it under control.
All right, I love
He
it.
just got slashed with a knife.
All right, so Fairuz, you run into the building with the gun drawn. It's dark. There are no windows. Pitch black, little moonlight coming in from behind you. You saw this guy run in here. You can't see him. What do you do?
I would like to stealth and like hide. But even if it's like up against a wall, just to like not make any more noise, just like to like assess what's going on.
All right, so you come in. If this guy can see you, you're just a silhouette, with the moonlight behind you. Your first instinct is to try and hide. All right, so go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
I failed.
Okay. Now, you just feel. I would say, tell me what you want to do.
This?
Yeah. What do you think you do?
I
imagine.
I would say like I would just drop, so at least he can't. If I'm like silhouetted, at least he won't be able to.
Yeah. So ideally, you want to like slide in and stay up, but your pushed roll is to really just hit the ground because you think to yourself, this guy's watching.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me that pushed
please work.
stealth roll.
I failed worse. I didn't fumble, thankfully. But I was almost there. No, so I failed.
I know what the result of the pushed roll is.
Of course you do.
It is now Carter's turn. Really picture this scene now. You've got Margot's just like limping her way into the yard. Vaughn is in a club knife battle in the middle of this thing. And this other guy
making it out unscathed in this one. Nope.
So the guy ran into the building. Fairuz hits the deck and is alone in there with a guy that has a knife and a club. Carter, what do you do?
I want to take out this guy that's engaged with Desmond, especially since I feel like he's on the way into the building anyway.
Yeah. And you do see Desmond like clutching his stomach.
Yeah, that's not a great image.
Blood coming out of his fingers.
So yeah, Carter wants to come up. Did this guy that who's got his knife drawn, does he also have a club like hanging off his thing?
He does have a club hanging off his pants.
So I'd love to like run up. I'd probably like as I'm running, I like run past Margot because she's limping or whatever. And I just see her like, the fuck happened to you? And then keep going. And then I'd love to run up and like swipe the club off the guy and then fucking bash him on the back of the head.
The old swipe club bash head. All right.
Yeah.
He's going to attempt to fight back with his knife, as all enemies do. Give me your brawl roll.
Now wait, is this an outnumbered situation?
And it was the second time he's fighting back?
He has not fought back this round. His round that he attacked, in this round, he did the attack. This is his first fight back, so he doesn't have to, you don't get your bonus roll.
Fine, whatever. Let me roll this brawl. It's a regular success.
I rolled an extreme success. Oh, God. So you come up, and there's a tricky maneuver, and you're trying to like fiddle with the club on his belt. I say you get it, and you go to swing, but as the extra time that it took you to try and relieve him of his weapon, he just guts you. He sticks the knife right in.
God.
Oh, man.
These guys aren't even like mythos creatures. This is fucking derps.
You take 5 points of damage. Oh, wait, that's an impaling weapon.
So?
Did he roll like an extreme?
Oh my god, I think it's max damage
of his
plus max damage bonus, which would be...
Because of the extreme success?
Because of an extreme max plus max DB. Let me just make
on the fight back?
Yeah, if with an extreme success on an impaling weapon, that would be a total of 10 points of damage.
Man.
How many hit points does Carter have?
11.
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
We'll see you right after this break.
Fuck!
Fiery the angels rose, and as they rose, deep thunder rolled. Around their shores, indignant burning the fires of Orc. And Boston's angel cried aloud as they flew from the dark night.
I thought we'd already be back in London.
We're not even through, we're barely through the game.
We're not finishing the game. We just got in.
It's amazing.
What the hell?
It's amazing.
I was
We're
saying,
not finishing
we fought a
England in
werewolf.
20 episodes. It's not happening.
We fought a werewolf like 2 days ago. and now one guy
16.
with a knife is going to take us out?
They get in the game.
The indignity.
We took a break, and one of the reasons, 2 reasons I want to take a break. One, that was a great Cliffy, and then 2, I just wanted to check this, because when you get an extreme success on an impaling weapon, which can be, I believe guns are impaling weapons, and knives, pointed weapons, you do max damage plus max damage bonus. But Michael very, very wisely went to page 103 of the Keeper Handbook. Greater damage, that's good, called greater damage, is inflicted if the attacker gains an extreme level of success in their attack. This only occurs if the attack is made on a character's turn in the dex order, not when fighting back. So instead of taking 10 points of damage, which I believe you only have 10 hit points.
So yeah, I was wrong when I said 11. Michael had already bumped up the one I thought I had missed. So I was at 10, exactly. I am at 10.
That was a roll away from possible permadeath. You know, when you go to 0, you roll to see if you stay alive, and if you fail that check, you die. Instead, you take 5 points of damage, which, while being half of your current total, is not half of your full total. If I had rolled a point more, you would have fallen to the ground and possibly gone unconscious.
Just keep Venmoing Michael. Keep saving my life.
This is insanity. I mean, what you guys have been through, and now these thugs are going to be the ones
this
that
fucking
end
flesh
you.
pit, ghoul fight, like what the dragons?
These guys ain't even ghoul tainted, and they're taking us out.
Kings, what?
Guy's got a butter knife.
Fuck out of here! What the hell?
What are they trying to protect? Why are they so
With their
vicious?
lives.
I don't give a shit anymore.
Like just want to get out.
This is what we
they need to
get.
die. We need to kill them. We need to use their insides as a. We need to do some sort of ceremony.
This is what we get because every other time we've just chosen violence right away, and everybody in chat is like, "Oh my God, you would never do that in Call of Cthulhu because you go down so fast." And the one time we're like trying to like not. This is what happens.
We tried to stealth.
I'm going to choose violence every single fucking time now.
Folks, we tried.
We tried our best.
Okay.
You saw it.
I blame myself. We escalated it too fast.
I feel like my fumble on the push has carried through everything that we've done from this. From every roll has basically been tainted.
Well, don't worry. Feyrouz is inside, and she's really stealthy. That worked out. Oh, no.
Yeah, nothing to possibly go wrong.
All right, so Carter just gets stabbed.
Yeah.
We're both stabbed. So Margot has a twisted ankle, and an anvil is about to fall on.
Oh my God. Okay.
Piano.
All right.
Acme.
It is the top of round 4, and it is Margot's turn as Margot is hobbling from the back. I mean, I love the way that the failure on that pushed roll is now carried over into the
it's awesome.
drama of the scene. You're like, you see these two dudes grappling with one guy, and they're both bleeding from their stomachs.
I'm seeing this happen because, like, I think that as she's approaching, she's like, Desmond obviously has this. He just, like, manhandled already, like, one of the guards. And then, like, Carter's on his way. I'm gonna run past and, like, into the building with Feyruz. But then she sees this guy fighting back and stabbing both of them.
Jackie Chan.
So as she's running up, instead of running past, she's gonna try to help. She's gonna flip her shotgun around and try to butt his head.
Okay.
With
All
it.
right.
Nice.
All right, so it would be a brawl roll. Don't roll
As far
your
as I'm
shotgun
concerned, you can
roll.
fucking blow this dude away at this point.
I feel
It
like
would be
she's
pretty
not
funny if it was just
there.
like,
Kate
gun
wants
in
to
his
do
mouth.
that.
It's probably too loud. Yeah, it's probably too loud.
Kate wants to do that. I don't think Margot wants to do that. All right.
All right, so give me a brawl check here. He is going to attempt to fight back. Now it is.
No,
the
wait, he
way
can't
out-
now, right?
He
it's a new
can.
turn.
You're going to get a bonus die. That's really meant for the present combat round. Even though we're starting a new combat round, I'm still going to give it to you because there's just a lot going on here. So it's like you get the bonus die.
otherwise he'd be like some superhuman guard.
Yeah. 3 of you on 1.
No, that's a fail.
You roll. Did you roll the bonus die?
Oh no, I didn't roll the bonus die.
Well,
I'm done. Oh, that's a pass. It's a
Okay.
regular success. 35 under 41.
Okay. All right. So give me. It wouldn't be the damage on the shotgun, obviously. So
No.
give me 1d3 plus your damage bonus if you have any.
I do not have damage bonus, so I guess
Too wee.
Slight.
like 1, 2 is 1, 2, 3 is 2.
Yeah.
I'm already confusing myself. Oh, I rolled a 6, so it's a 3.
All
3
right.
points
So
of damage.
3 points of damage.
Aim for the dent in his head.
Yeah, does it knock him out?
No.
Come on.
Yes.
Should've
The
killed him.
strongest one is the one that the 3 of you are grappling with.
Really?
Yes. And now we go into the workshop. Oh no. As you're laying on the floor, you just hear just like a ringtone.
Because he tried to call.
So creepy.
But would you hear?
That's how I wanted to do it.
Chat is on fire right now.
Cool.
Hey, be a switchboard player. A switchboard? Yeah.
They didn't have ringtones in the 1920s.
Hello?
And you're laying on the ground. And you hear like shh, 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 shh. And all of a sudden the guy lunges at you out of the darkness and tries to grab you in like a chokehold on the ground. So he like jumps on top of you, and the penalty for your failed push is he gets a bonus die to try to do so. Now you can dodge, like roll out of the way before he jumps on you, or you can attempt to fight back. But keep in mind, he's going to get a bonus die. He's got a good chance of grabbing you.
I'm gonna shoot at him. I got my gun in my hand. I'm choosing violence. I'm done with the whole like let's zip ties. We're not invented yet. I'm going to shoot him.
Let me just check to make sure. I feel like you can't fight back with a gun, but I could be wrong.
I think it's more of
Not
like you
with
get to like
that
hit him with the gun. Not with that attitude. Yeah, if you want to follow the rules.
I just
I
want to
love
make
your
sure because
energy today.
Yeah. Nora's pissed. Yeah, it's great.
We fought a werewolf.
We fought
let me just make absolutely sure here, because this is very, very hairy where you guys are, and I'm also stalling to see if Michael writes it in the chat.
This is just so creepy.
Michael, earn your Venmo.
Man.
You alone in that like building.
Yeah.
Oh,
Clash in the shadowy.
Yeah, we're looking
He
for the
thinks
red.
you're right.
Yeah. I'm gonna lean that way just to make sure, but you can still fight back. You just can't shoot your gun at him until it's your turn in the initiative.
Okay.
You can try and like pistol whip as he's trying to put his arms on you.
What's my brawl and what's my ooh, yeah, I'm brawling. What was that thing that you just said that I could do?
Just like as he's trying to get you, trying to like smack him in the mouth with the butt end of your pistol.
I will, yeah, sure. Let's do that. Because my brawl is like double my dodge. So
that's why I always fight back, because I'm
fighting every time.
Give me that brawl. I mean, you now see though the danger in fighting back.
Okay,
it gives them a chance.
Let me switch back to.
Okay, I have rolled my dice.
Fucking shit.
And I once again have failed.
I, with a bonus die, have also failed.
Oh, sick!
So he goes to like lunge at you and he hits the ground. Now you're both on the ground. It's Desmond's turn. Desmond, you, Carter, and Margot, Hobley McGee, are standing next to this guy who has taken damage but also damaged you and Carter. You've got blood, your hands covered in blood where you've been holding your sides. You now see Carter is just like...
Same exact spot, but on the other side.
You fucking bastard, you. And no, it's personal. And I'm gonna smash him.
Smash him.
Okay, give yourself a bonus die.
Great. Let's see how I do.
And I failed the fight back.
That's a 34 under 55.
34 under 55.
So
I failed the fight back. Give me the damage on the club, which is 1d3 plus 1 DB.
Oh, it's 1d3 plus 1?
Excuse me, 1d6 plus DB.
All right, here we go. I like that. All right, that's another 5 points of damage.
Come on.
And he like tries to swing out at you with the knife again to like give you another cut right where your cut is, but he overextends himself and turns his back to you, and you clobber him over the head, and he goes down.
Is he quivering?
He's just...
Is one of his legs just going?
Yeah, he's down on the ground. He's out.
Let's take 5 minutes to talk about how permanently damaged this person is.
He's twitching. He's twitching.
Step on his wrist and take that knife, and prick. Just another tool of management. Fucking.
And I'll metagame with you for a second. You have taken him below 0, so you murdered him. He is dead.
Ooh.
Whereas the other guy at the gate maybe is unconscious. This guy is dead.
We're gonna have to get you a teardrop tattoo.
It's your first time.
That's right.
Have we killed a
Mickey Mahoney
guy yet?
First time you ever plugged somebody?
What are you talking about? No, it can't be. It can't be dead. It was him or me.
Sure.
So time to talk about this now, and I'm gonna try to shake this feeling off as I rush toward the door of the workshop and try to follow where Feyruz has led.
Feyruz, it is your turn. You are laying on the ground. You've got the gun in your hand. He's laying on the ground. It's a little bit of a skirmish. You've got your gun. What do you do?
I'm shooting him. to end. I'm shooting him.
Point blank, just to make it awful for you, give yourself a penalty die because it's dark.
That's uncalled for, Charles.
That's just rude. It's just rude. I just have to up the stakes here. This is so brutal.
What are you talking about?
Let me see. I'm doing my
Firing in the dark.
Well, wait, firearm. Why is that? No. This can't be right.
You don't have a 10 in firearms, do you?
No, I don't have a 10 in firearms. What did I just?
Well,
Would that be a handgun?
Oh, I did the wrong thing. Yeah, I did the wrong thing.
I always
here we
confuse
go.
that.
Here it is. Hard success.
There we go.
Oh, ba-boom! All right, give me that damage. You're both laying on the ground. As you're running towards the building, Desmond, with Carter and Margot behind, all of you hear this boom sound and like lights up in there.
Okay. Shit. So it is a 1d6. 2 points.
2 points of damage. Boom. It's dark.
Not
You only
great.
hit him in the kneecap. It is now Carter's turn. Carter, boom! You hear the guy that stabbed you laying on the ground.
That's
Was
gotta
Feyruz just shot?
that's gotta be Feyruz's gun. I know that gun blast anywhere.
What if he took the gun from her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start running.
You are
running in
positive Feyruz is dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna run in. I don't know how
Get in
much.
there. It's pitch dark. You see 2 bodies on the ground. You want to just fire at one of them, and I'll roll a die and see who you hit?
Well, I don't have a gun, so hold on. I like where you're going
So
with
I'm
this.
just ramping up the tension.
I would like to club on the one who's clearly a man. Is that possible?
Yeah, I think so. I think
He's on the ground.
Give a moment for your eyes to adjust and club the man.
My eye.
Club him in the knee that I shot.
I'm gonna
dark.
bring the club down on this dude.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say that you can see.
31 under 77. I got a heart.
Hell yeah.
31 under 77. Now, I'm going to fight back.
Can I wait? So, should I decide whether or not to spend a luck to guarantee an extreme on this fucking thing?
No, it's okay. I failed. You're
Okay.
good. All right, so give me the club damage D6 plus your damage bonus. Need a big one here.
How's 7 points do ya?
7 points. It's pretty darn good.
Brutal.
Wow.
So just boom, hit this guy's.
Fuck! This is for your friend.
Oh, you don't know. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. It's Desmond's turn.
Let's
No, excuse me.
Just-
Top of the next round, it's Margot's turn. It's a 5-rounder.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Wow.
So she face butted the guy with the gun, and now he's dead because of Desmond. And
dead, just a
hears the
pool of
boom go
blood.
off. Doesn't have time to think about this dead guy. Heard a gun go off in the building. Knows
Yeah.
Feyruz is in there. Runs into the building.
Okay. Runs into
then
the
what I
building. You see Carter standing over a guy. It's very dark. You can see it looks like Feyruz is laying on the ground. Feyruz has a gun. Carter's standing over the body of this guy. He's like, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. What do you do?
I go up to him with my gun, and I point it at his stomach, point blank, and I'm like, open the safe. Opens the safe.
I don't have the key.
You're done. All your friends, they're dead.
They're not my friends. I don't have the key.
Coworkers, who cares? They're dead. Open the safe.
I like how he's making a point to say they're not his friends. He just wants you to know.
Those are my friends.
I don't know those.
them.
I mean, they're work friends. It's not exactly the same. You know?
I don't agree with their politics.
Complicated.
Only Mr. Marshall has the key. Only Mr. Marshall has the
Where's
key.
the marshal?
Mr. Marshall, he's at home. I tried to call him, but the phone's not working.
then
Yeah,
you're
you tried.
useless. Then you're useless. Is what you're saying? You're useless. We don't need you.
You don't know what you're up against.
I don't think you know what you're up against. And she whacks him in the head with the shotgun.
Just
I'm
like,
not gonna
boom.
shotgun it point blank.
All right, just give
to
me
a
a
real person.
give me a brow roll for posterity's sake.
Okay. Just got my nails done, so it's hard to grab the dice.
Humble brag.
Success, and you just boom. Give me the damage to see if you kill him or knock him out. I'm not going to fight
It was
back.
a D3. You said to.
Yeah, because you don't have any DB.
That would be 2 points.
Okay. Boom. You knock him unconscious. Still breathing, and he is out.
Tie him up, just in case.
Desmond comes running in. Rest of you tie him up. What do you want to do here? You're out of combat.
I think we gotta let's just take all 3 bodies and tie them together and put them in the shed.
Yes.
Are you guys okay?
No!
You were stabbed?
Slash me.
Oh.
I got it. Mr. Telenast here, I think, got pierced. But
Oh,
good.
yeah. The good news is he got me right where the monster got me, so it's gonna be one scar.
Oh,
How did we do so poorly in that?
I don't know. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. After everything we've seen, I can't believe those fucking guys nearly killed me.
Things went sideways very quickly.
I feel like while we're doing this, maybe just I want to try first aid on one of you that's the worst off.
that's,
maybe?
That was going to be a question too, is if I could oh wait, we already talked about if you could first aid yourself, right? You can't?
Yeah, you can. You can. We allowed it last time. So because up to 2 of you can roll, and if one of you succeeds, you get the point back.
Okay.
And you got to do it within an hour of being injured. So, yeah, you can cure light wounds here, and someone may want to do it on Vaughn as well.
Yeah, let's.
Or Desmond. Desmond.
Excuse me, Desmond. Damn Crow. Son of a
Too
pickle.
soon. All right, I go up to Carter. I'm like, gosh damn it, shoot the same spot again, and I'm trying to help you.
It's the same spot, but did you hear about how the guy tried to call, but then he couldn't? So in a way,
Oh yes, that's what you right?
I did that. That's while you were you jumping over the fence? What was going on?
I tried. I don't know. I'm not very good at jumping. You did something really cool, though. That was cool.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay.
Ooh, success. 20 under. It's like 30 something for my.
I got 18 under 38.
Nice.
All right, so you get a hit point back, staunch the wound.
While all that's happening, I will bring in the fellows from outside and see if we can get them all.
Did you need a first aid roll?
I'm not as bad off as
Don't be humble. It's a point's a point. If we were talking numerically.
Well, if you think you can do something, and I'll lift up my shirt, and you can see I'm slashed across the stomach.
As she's like trying to apply pressure, whatever. She's like, where did you go to acting school? That was phenomenal. Part of a production company.
Doing ruses and running bluffs and the like is all par for the course. Working for the Scoop. I've done a few workshops. Some drop-ins.
Don't be humble. Did you
acted your way out of that? What?
There was a lot you missed.
Manner speaking.
And I did succeed on that first aid roll.
You really have to.
Great.
The point is to focus on exactly where the person has been in what I like to call the moment before. And once you have that sort of in your mind, it sort of carries you through. If you have a sense of your objective and your characters want, never mind. We'll did I get a point back?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yep, Fairuz.
Thank you, Mr. Braun.
She stitched up your washboard abs.
Oh yeah, he's young and virile. He's super cut, and
Carter's just sort of like trying to fix his posture.
Just,
yeah.
we all just suck it in a little.
Stand up a little straighter.
It's like 20, isn't he 20 something?
Yeah, I'm 23, I think.
Yeah.
That's how I was at 23.
Nobody
of
likes
course.
you.
Yeah.
Stripped. wiry. And if I'm going to immediately go over to one of those workbenches that we kind of sneak peeked at during the day when we walk through and just throw the tarp off.
So wait, sorry, it's just because we're blazing. Did you say
sorry.
you pulled the 2 people inside? Did you?
Yes.
You pulled them into the workshop area.
But I guess we wanted to do shed.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as they're just out of. The only thing is if we think somebody else is in this building is going to stumble upon them versus putting them in this shed where no one.
Yeah. Margot and Fairuz saw a little shed. Thought it'd be a good hiding place if they wanted to.
But it was also giving off some sort of heat. The shed was.
There's another larger building which I also referred to as a shed that's giving off some heat. But you guys are in the workshop.
This is great. Yeah. Great initiative, Des. Let's get these guys into the shed.
Very well. I hope this exertion isn't bad for the wound, but it's fine. And we'll tug them in there and stash them behind the closed doors of the shed. And Desmond's head is spinning, seeing just how limp the person who he clubbed is. It was him or me, right? It was him or me.
Oh yeah. Look, and you'll get used to this the more you hang out with us. Should we? I don't want to belabor anything. Should we tie these people together just in case the 2 living people wake up with some cord or something?
Absolutely.
I don't know what's around.
I don't want them.
Do you tie them to the dead body?
Yes.
Nosing around.
That's exactly what we do.
Grotesque. And we do that. So if all that's been done,
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah.
No.
Let's get to let's find.
Glad we know all that's taken care of. Can we look at the workbench?
Yes.
Yeah, so you want to pull off the tarps. Well, as it is, there are no tarps.
Oh.
The workbench is fully exposed. It's dark in here, Do you want to try and light it up, or you want to just use your flashlights?
Yeah, now we have, and we have extras now thanks to the guards. So yes, I'll use flashlights.
All right, so you use your flashlights and you start looking around the table. There's an office off to the side, and Mr. Marshall's office, you'd assume. There's the big safe in the back, but you're looking at the table, which was conspicuously covered after you tricked Mr. Marshall into letting you examine this large safe. There are lots of tools laying about. There are like some chemicals like resins, acids, and you can smell that sort of acrid smell coming from the chemicals on like a cupboard near the workbenches. But on the tables themselves, it's just like scraps of whatever they were working on. It seems like nothing on the tables that has been left out overnight is of import. It's just a real mishmash of some vials, some metal scraps, some resin, wood shavings. Like it's just left
Just
over.
a hodgepodge.
A hodgepodge. So you start thinking like, all right, well, whatever they were working on, they must have put somewhere else.
Put it away somewhere.
Yeah.
Mr. Telenast,
Huh.
you picked a lock of that monster safe
I did, thank
earlier
you.
today.
Uh-huh.
You think you can do the honors again?
Do it again.
The car's standing a little straighter now than Margot could potentially witness this. It's like,
I heard it was really cool.
was pretty cool. I've been mostly cool today, except for the time where I fucked up so bad we almost died. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to try to do this safe again, Troy. I don't know if since I've already cracked it once, if I got some kind of...
I'm going to give you a bonus die. Yeah, you did crack it once already. You know the mechanism, and you also know it's a really hard roll. So I'm going to give you the bonus die. Let's see what happens. You do have luck.
Yes.
I walk up to it, I'm like, hello again, sweetie. Let's talk. Let's talk. And I start working on it. Okay, that's not going to work. Let me do the bonus. It was a 47 under 48.
That's your best.
That's my best. If you're telling me I gotta hit extreme a second time, then I'll spend the luck and do it.
Okay.
Got a high luck.
How much luck is that? Like 40 something.
I gotta get to. Extreme is 9. What do we say? 9. 9 would be 45, but 10 is too much. So 9. So I'd have to spend. Oh God.
Do
40.
it.
You've got
you
like
have?
70 something.
You've got
I'd have to
70
spend
luck.
40. Yeah, 39. Wait,
Okay.
fuck. I'm all fucked up.
It's worth it.
All right, so you're going to spend it. You have
I
it.
have it. I'll calculate it on my own because I can't do math, especially when anyone's watching me.
Okay. You open up this enormous walk-in safe. And there are a bunch of like components in there. Do you have any sort of mechanical or engineering skill, or any of you, to make heads or tails of it?
I'll give it a whirl. I don't. I mean, I got 10.
Well, yeah, I'm curious, like what your
I've got
background and skills are.
some mechanical and electrical repair. I don't see engineering on here.
Engineering,
Yeah.
physics, science.
Oh, science.
Basically skills that were relevant. And I'm not even saying you need to roll them, but just to know, like, if you can make even basic heads or tails of this. Science, engineering, physics, or mechanical repair.
I think that's a
I
no
only
for
got
Margot.
10 points in.
Yeah, I'll try mechanical repair again, just for the fuck of it.
Okay, to try and make heads or tails of it.
What's a fumble?
If you have under 50, 96 to 100 is a fumble.
Yeah, I fumbled my science, my mechanical.
No.
Fumble mechanical repair.
I don't understand how anything works.
Well, what I'll say is like maybe you pick up one of the components to look at it and you drop it and it breaks.
Okay, cool.
Can I just
I was gonna say it like cuts me for a hit point. I was gonna lose my
you
mind.
lose 10 hit points.
And this
At
is a
this
component
point,
that's
fuck
in
it.
the
Can
safe?
Yeah, one of these components he kind of like, or maybe if you don't pick it up because I don't want to drive your character, you as you're staring at these
I think
things,
Carter would pick it up for sure.
or you brush up against it, it falls, and like a piece of it falls out. You're like, I think I broke it.
Maybe if we
that's-
don't know what's
Can we
to say
just
about-
try? Can we like even if we have like low? Can we just
Yeah, that's what I just did.
fuck it?
The only problem is
Okay.
I fumbled.
I'll
That
just
was
try.
All right, I'm gonna try.
Before we fumble again,
I succeeded.
potentially. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had a 9.
She got it. She got it.
9 under 10. 9 under
On
10.
roll 20 rolls a
On roll
9 under 10 on
Yeah.
mechanical repair.
Gonna
I'm here to tell you
just
it
fill in
happened.
that dot right there.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Get a little dot.
Hey,
to it.
all right.
Little dot action.
All right, so none of you have any engineering background. So at first look, all of these devices or components don't look like anything special to you. Fairuz, I don't know, where do you think you get this skill? Was your dad a gearhead?
From her background in like cryptology, her whole brain is finding how the puzzle pieces fit.
Okay.
And so even if she doesn't like have like the vocabulary to explain what it is, like in mechanical terms, her brain kind of understands how this like rudimentary, like as a puzzle piece would fit into this situation.
All right, here's how I'm gonna rock this out. Like you look at this stuff, it doesn't make any sense to you. However, in your background in studying artifacts and studying stuff that's recovered from archaeological digs or whatnot, I like to think that maybe you have an eye for the age of things. And you could see like, well, that's Sumerian from blah, blah, blah BC. And that one, you can just eyeball and you know that that's 1,000 years older than that one. You just kind of have a sense of that. Well, in looking at these devices and components that don't seem to connect at all or whatever they are, the one thing that jumps out at you is that it looks like a mix of very new parts and then very old parts. Like the sort of everything falls into one of two categories: something that looks like outlandishly new and weird, and then something that looks almost ancient and rudimentary in its design.
And she explains this as like, hear me out.
And
So
these
some
these
of it is
older
old.
the
It's
older
not
pieces.
old. I'm gonna say it's not old. Like, oh, that's dusty old. It just looks like something that was
Archaic.
made. Yeah.
So it was like
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that was made recently, but to look and resemble something that has an old style or
Yeah.
right. And then the other stuff is like so dizzyingly weird. It looks like new, I guess. Much newer in comparison.
Miss Sauer, do you have your camera on you that you
I
could...
was going to say, I don't know if we're going to try to take any of this, but I can at least, if you shine your flashlights at it, I can take
Yes.
a picture so we can study it later or bring it to someone.
bring it to an expert?
So
Right.
yeah, if you guys all shine your flashlights, she'll take a photo of it.
For sure.
Yeah, maybe if you know somebody that is well versed in this, you could go and
Maybe a couple
get their opinion.
of them that look particularly odd, we like take a closer photo of.
I think we
And
can also look.
Take them.
We're
Yeah.
taking them. There's no
We
like
could just
covering
take
up our tracks here. This is.
Yeah.
Are they
True.
guys
takeable?
are-
Are they like hand holdable?
I mean, Desmond flew
Yeah,
off
how-
from the fucking handle and killed a guy.
Honestly,
To take all of them would be hard, but you certainly could pocket a bunch of them or throw some in a sack. There's sacks of grain out in the workshop. You could dump that and just start loading up sacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it, let's do it.
grab a few.
All right.
And
A good variety.
We already shot people. We might as well like.
You've already murdered people and
Yeah,
tied
we
the dead
could
body
do
to
theft.
the living body.
yeah, so
Yeah,
we'll take
theft
so
is
and this and the safe is just full of all these like odd, misshapen mechanical components.
It's like shelves.
What do you?
It's a walk-in thing, and every part of the shelf is full of these little components.
And looking at that, and once we've got pictures, I would like to go to Marshall's desk.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna say let's get
look
to the
at
office.
Yeah,
what sort of paperwork and
Head
correspondence
into
this guy's
the
got.
office.
It'd be great if we could
Yeah.
find some blueprints or
because
whatever.
because Frasers is just like, well, what do you suppose?
You don't know.
What do you suppose these do that is so important that they'd be locked up in this safe?
Yes, why put
Is this
the
what they're
pieces?
fabricating here? What? It doesn't make any sense to me. This looks like madness.
Yeah, you're looking at it like some of the older pieces don't even look like mechanical pieces. They look like fossilized rocks, but they were clearly fabricated next to like doohickeys that are so strange.
Does it look like they were trying to attempt to recreate, like they kept trying to recreate the same thing over and over again?
No, they're all different. They're definitely all different. Some of them are like there's multiple versions of each one. But yeah, no, it's very deliberate, but very, very strange.
Walk me back, Troy. When we first entered the in the daytime, wasn't there something like it seemed like they were covering up the manufacturing of something?
Yeah, so you putting two and two together, it seems like maybe they're working on these things. And they were in mid-work when they brought you in to check out the safe. So they covered up what they were working on because he didn't want you guys to see it, and then probably uncovered it. And at the end of the day, they put the stuff in the safe and went home.
I wonder what this is that they're recreating or trying to create. There must be something in... There must be some
rifle through his shit.
Instructions. Yes, rifle through his shit.
I don't see how this could be the military contract that they're talking about. This is... very peculiar. The fact that these are based on ancient designs, like you say, I mean, that does sound like your friend at the Penhew Foundation and why the connection exists.
I think that's what the workers were told, was that it was government. It's
has to be a lie, isn't it? Unless the government is in some way involved. And what do we see in the desk?
Yeah.
All right, so you head into the office. And you start looking around. You see a couple more of those shipping labels for the Randolph Shipping Company, Port Darwin, Northern Territory, Dominion of Australia, like ready to go labels. Okay. You see blueprints, stacks of blueprints of dizzyingly complicated schematics. Many of which, as you shine flashlights on them, are annotated in like tiny spidery handwriting that's almost impossible to read. Some of them have these strange, maybe borderline occult sigils drawn in the margins of the blueprints. Any sort of free space on the blueprints, you'll see these like symbols. Which don't seem to bear any relation to the schematic themselves. Good.
Do they bear resemblance to any of the things we'd seen before, like in the?
When you look at them, they don't. Nothing rings a bell. Like maybe that's something you saw along in the walls of the pyramid in Peru, but like. Nothing jumps out at you like, I know what that is. It just, maybe you're having like a little PTSD at the same time. Like, have I seen that symbol? I've definitely seen, maybe I've read that in Africa's Dark Sex. But yeah, nothing jumps out at you. It's just very eerie. Why is that on the margins of these blueprints? You also see that they are, what's the word I'm looking for here? They are, all the blueprints are signed by the Pale Viper.
Oh, what?
It's like whoever drew the little tiny handwriting, the notes, and maybe drew these symbols as well.
It's my Discord name.
Blueprint is signed the Pale Viper. Someone calling themselves the Pale Viper.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty metal. I like that.
It is.
You also see a note on the desk that is dated last week. The note says, "The first crate has been received. I have a truck coming this week to deliver it to Chowdhury's warehouse down at the Limehouse docks. Send the second crate directly to Limehouse. The Ivory Wind will take it from there. Signed E.G."
Edward Gavigan?
Edward Gavigan. That's right.
Is he the Ivory Wind?
The first crate has been received.
Ivory Wind sounds like a ship to me.
Though that's also a great nickname.
The Ivory Wind and a Pale Viper. Well, I'd very much like to see this Mr. Chowdhury.
Maybe they're not building anything here, but they're making the parts and then sending it to Australia, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the room?
You
Spot hidden or no?
Do-
find
spot.
there is a locked drawer, bottom desk drawer.
Carter,
Yeah,
Locked, you say?
this is hard to open. It needs help.
Yeah, right. So he's so cocky. He's got a 48. It's not even that, like...
I know.
All right, you want me to
More
open
than we
this?
have.
Yes, can you just get this open? Hurry. She's just so used to you, like, opening it well. She doesn't even think that it's hard for you to do.
Yeah, no, I get it.
After cracking the world's most difficult
Yeah,
save.
I got a 19 under 48. Just
Thank you, thank you.
Pop it open with ease.
I don't even look at it. I just open it for her and walk away.
There's a you open up the drawer and there's a revolver inside with a bunch of cartridges.
Oh, come back,
Got a little
Carter.
Yeah.
handgun.
You needed a...
You need this.
I'll take it. My handgun skill is not great, but I'll take it. It looks
Well,
expensive.
You should practice.
Oh, yeah.
Does it look expensive? Like, is it, like, what kind of a gun? Like, is it just is it like a special gun? Or is it like a...
I will tell you the gun. It's a small handgun. I'll tell you what the exact make and model is.
Okay. I didn't know if it, like, had, like, the pin viper, like, etched.
Right, yeah, no,
It's pearl handled with the etching. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
That's
also
like-
a small bottle of brown liquor.
I'm taking that too.
We could use it, yes.
After the night we've had.
Yeah. Okay.
well, there is
So-
still the factory, right?
Yeah.
The other
We
building
should
we didn't
definitely-
even look
yes.
into.
So Troy, this building, like where all the tarps had originally been that had covered up the workbenches and stuff, there's still equipment in here, or is it? We have the sense that most of the stuff is being made in the other building.
No, it seems like everything is being created here. The other building. You don't
Are
know
there?
what's-
So there are molds. They were talking about molds that they were using to like. The guy when we were talking, somebody let it slip either at the bar.
I'm the mold maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are those in this building? Because I want to smash the shit out of them.
Yeah, no, there are no molds in this building, so it must be in the
Okay,
other
I want to
building.
total, guys, here's the thing. We're taking these blueprints. I feel like the more we slow down whatever these guys are doing, the better. They don't have blueprints. They don't know how to put this shit together. Let's take that stuff. Whenever we find anything that makes these things, we destroy them.
All right.
Like, let's slow this shit down.
Do you want to set this on fire, too, while we're at it?
It's not a bad idea, but maybe that's too much.
No, let's go big or go home. They already know
mean-
that we were here.
We've already murdered, theft. How about arson? We're just little trifecta.
Here.
This is wild.
Right
Can you
into it,
imagine what it's going to be like at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning?
Well, we don't know whenever they clearly beefed up their security. So I think time's still of the essence.
Yeah.
Can't let the guard down. I'd love to see what's in that other building.
Yeah, let's just get some
Yes.
light sabotage and
then-
steal some of this stuff.
Burn it down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Burn it down. All right, so
Yeah,
you
can we walk across the courtyard to the other building?
slip
Use those
out
keys to...
of the workshop. You don't even need the keys because the door is wide open from where the guy came running out. The guy who is now dead. It's actually the dead one that was in this building. You walk inside of the second building, which I did refer to as a shed, not to be confused with the small wooden gardening shed in the back. It's a big open plan building. There are 2 large industrial ovens and a furnace, sort of like as the star of the room, along with various workbenches, stacks of coal and wood, sacks of sawdust, piles of iron, steel, and copper, wooden crates, a water trough, barrels of plaster, all manner of tools. So the molding of whatnot is done in this room. You do see molds and whatnot. They must be using the furnace to melt down metals that is then transported over to the workshop to be turned into whatever those devices and components were.
Do any of the tools look ancient? You know how when the things that we found
Yeah.
were like a mix? Are there any weird tools that would be also don't fit into this, like, what we consider at that time modern?
All the tools you see are as normal and modern as can be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Is
The
there
only thing
anything
that seemed
sort of out of the
place.
ordinary?
Yeah.
Is
Out of
there
the
anything
ordinary?
out of the ordinary here?
Give me a spot hidden.
Right.
You can all roll that. Just
Sweet.
looking around.
Regular success for me.
Hard success.
You find more of those labels for the Randolph Shipping Company, but nothing else out of place. You do find a small little note that says, "Honey, I have to work late tonight, but put the kids to bed, and I'll see you when I come home in the morning.
promise I'm not dying tonight.
I love you so much." And
I'm rolling sanity for
I
that.
want to renew.
don't
I want us to renew our vows.
Don't show Desmond that. Put that away.
I know I've been working late nights, and I haven't been the best husband, but
It'll all
I
be
love
worth
you.
it in the end.
I love having a whole brain.
That's right.
Now that they've found a cure for my incurable disease, I can't wait to live forever with you.
Crumple it up. Well, that's not happening.
I feel
Got a hard
like
success on my self-imposed sanity roll, so Desmond's
Nice.
taking it like a champ.
I feel like this makes sense. Whatever they're doing here is they're making pieces and shipping them off, and that's
does
where
sound-
it's might end here.
So Gavagan is importing or finding these ancient designs, sending them to the mold makers on the factory floor here to fabricate ancient relics and parts, but using contemporary manufacturing practices, and then shipping them to Australia.
Yes, to be made. I mean, it makes sense. You only want to ship
assembled?
small parts if you're going to ship anything.
What in God's name is he building down there?
I don't know.
Maybe we can get somebody to look at these schematics we found.
Take a look at those schematics
Did
and
he
maybe
say-
a keener eye at these.
Didn't he say that there was
Designs.
one more shipment going to be loaded onto that cargo ship?
That's right.
To Chowdery.
Yeah, do we want to break in there too?
I was thinking we all just get in a crate and have it delivered.
Make sure to bore holes in the side,
The old Trojan crate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially since these workmen here, those ones that don't have their skulls caved in, could identify the lot of us.
Now, do you live in London, Desmond? Is that your?
If I work for
Your
the
home.
Scoop, then yeah.
Yeah, you have a flat somewhere in London, so you would know the Limehouse docks. They're in London, and it is one of the seediest areas in town. It's a rough area. Saloons, lots of sailors, lots of warehouses. It's not a place for the faint of heart. You've heard, plenty of stories have come across the Scoop's desk of like just people getting murdered and washing up on the banks of the Thames, and having it all lead back to Limehouse. And even the cops are just like, what happens in Limehouse stays in Limehouse.
Is that where Jack the Ripper was Limehouse? Oh no, that was Whitechapel or something like that. Thanks from hell.
That's a place, a rougher sort hangs out there. Be a gin-soaked lot that
They sound great.
peck your pockets out as look at you.
Yeah, it's my kind of people. Okay, here's my only other thought.
Opium dens.
Besides trashing some shit right now, is it worth, before we go, should we try to wake up one of those guys and like get some extra intel out of him? The guy that was like, you don't know what you're up against. It's like, well, maybe you could tell us what we're up against.
I don't think
Oh, a
they
little
would.
interrogation.
I don't think they knew what they were building in here, but they would know maybe it's who is in charge of all of this.
Although I guess we do too, if we know it's a guy.
Seems as though we can
Yeah.
trace it all back to Gavagan.
Yeah.
I think we're still assuming that. I don't think we have like a smoking gun here.
Well, he owns this place, apparently.
Found the ownership and we got his correspondence
But
sitting on
he's
the
just
desk of Mr.
making
Marshall.
things and sending it to Australia. We don't know what it is.
It may be that these workers here don't even know the full scope of what they're building. It's the division of labor. That's how the bosses keep you ignorant.
Exactly.
My guess is that if this is all top secret and it needs to be hidden in such a gargantuan safe, and security patrolling nonstop, my guess is that the bigger the secret, the less people would know about it. So I highly doubt that common workers would have any idea what this was.
Seems that if we want to see the next link in a chain, you'd either go back to the Penhu, to the little spot where you claim that you broke into, or we go see this Chaudhry character and see where the shipments go off on Limehouse docks and maybe see what's in these crates like.
Right.
I would think they're whatever we just found, right? I mean, if we know this place is a direct line to the docks, but then ship it out to Australia.
But at least maybe we'd be able to find out where exactly in Australia they're being shipped to.
Well, we've got the label.
Port Durban, yeah?
Is that what, did we get the exact location?
I left my notebook upstairs, but yes.
Port Darwin, yeah.
Darwin, that's it.
Port Durban.
Port Durban.
Sometimes the accent makes things a little... pronounce things different ways.
I just feel like
You'd never guess how Siobhan is spelled.
I just feel like we are assuming that there is nefarious stuff here going on because of our experience, but we don't have any hard evidence of exactly what the Penhu Foundation is doing.
No. And you still don't have a clear sense, based on what you said, of what this truckload of expats,
Yes.
All the people.
what happens to them.
I forgot about the people.
Soon.
That's coming up.
Are they coming?
And while we'd have no absolute proof that this is nefarious, everything that we've come across and encountered in this entire investigation from start to finish has tried to kill us. So
Yeah, if it's us, it's nefarious.
I just want to point something out to you because I know that you may not remember everything, but when Margot and Carter were in that secret room underneath the Penhu Foundation, you found that receipt for goods and services, including deliveries to Henson Manufacturing, Derby, for wood and coal, iron ingots, copper wiring, and expensive cast iron safe. You found a receipt from Ferris & Sons for the 6-month hire of a truck, and a letter from a Mr. Puneet Chowdhury of Ropemaker Fields Limehouse relating to the warehousing and shipment of sundry antiquities to Shanghai aboard a ship called the Ivory Wind.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So Shanghai's connected as well.
So they're shipping it to Australia and China.
Or
Well, let's burn this fucker down.
Yeah, we might just have to wing it, and when everything comes to a head, we just shoot until we get the answers.
I mean, it's not like we're taking
okay
this
with
to a
that.
court of law to begin with. I don't think we have to worry about the ways we got this evidence.
Light it
So
up.
you want to take, are we taking components and
Taking
blueprints?
components, we're taking blueprints. Yeah.
And
Taking
we're
the pistol.
smashing. Is there a sledgehammer? Carter just wants to really start going to town.
Yeah,
I feel
you
like he's
could
got a lot of
really, destroy as much stuff as you want, really leave your mark, and then are you going to burn it down? Like douse these buildings in gasoline,
Is-
light a
there a
match and walk
chance-
out?
Hold on.
Like a Michael Bay film.
Is there a way? I don't know if this is just going to be role dependent or what. But can we comfortably light these buildings up without starting a fire in the entire town?
Right, without burning the town down. Yeah, I think it's possible.
It'd be so cool to light it up and then have a scene of us walking away from it slowly. with
Well,
it
obviously
burning
we're
in the
doing that. I
background.
just want to make sure that other people won't die because of it.
Yeah, I mean, the walls are pretty contained. It is definitely going to be a scene, but I don't think you have to worry too much about the fire not being contained.
Great, let's burn it.
I don't think we can stay in the town after we burn this place
No, that's probably a good call. We should probably...
Yeah.
no more spending the night. We got to
Sure.
get out.
We
out
got to
tonight.
this now.
And this lot have seen us, so there's a chance that they may not be able to go to the authorities if they truly want to keep it secret. But we've shown our faces to them. So if this is a wide-ranging conspiracy, then they're getting to know us all the more.
Yeah, and we might want to give your uncle a heads up. Is there a way to track phone numbers down? Do you think they could figure out that number... I guess, did you hand them a written phone number for them to call for that cover story?
I gave them the number of the scoop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you track down addresses with phone numbers in the 20s? Is that what you're asking?
Let's say no.
What address are you trying to link to a phone number?
I was worried that they would well, what was the number we called? If we know that they were not from the safe company because they came and they killed one of us and they burnt the whole fucking place down.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much have to kill those other two guys.
Oh no! Wait, whoa.
They've seen you, so you just gotta burn them alive in there.
Oh my God.
They've seen you. They're the only ones that know that the two guys that came to inspect the safe are thieves.
That is true. They did recognize us.
But I don't know if there's a way for them to find where we are after this. That was why I was asking if you handed them the phone number or if you just told them, call this number, and you were repeated it and they called.
I don't think you have to worry about them.
I don't think that we got to worry about
them. Then we don't have to worry about them fucking seeing us. Who cares?
Just have to worry about them passing our descriptions of us up their network.
Yes.
Next time you go to Penhu,
Yes.
if Gavigan is truly connected to this, then he'll know exactly what you are and where you've been.
And maybe if we want that, maybe that's good.
And Carter, you are very recognizable.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys tell me whatever you want to do. It's your game. You can burn it down. You can let them live. You can leave them there to burn alive. You can
I
drag
feel
them
like
out onto the street.
We leave them in the shed. We don't burn the shed. We burn the other buildings. We walk out in slow motion.
Okay. Everybody.
Well, they did have acid. Were there any other flammable materials?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of flammable material. You can dump it all over and light a match and walk away. And you just see from a helicopter view the shed and the warehouse just ablaze with the tiny little gardening shed in the back with two living unconscious men tied to a dead body. The perfect crime. Now, you guys are out of there. Do you want to try and catch... I don't know what the train schedules are. Let's presume that trains... If they don't run all night, you could just go hang out at the train station and grab the first train back to London. Or do you want to try and get a hotel? Or do you want to just get the fuck out of here and deal with sleep later?
We should
Get out of
go.
town. Sleep on the train.
I feel bad for that painted lady that we were staying with, but let's get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, so you head back to the Derby train station across town. It's a long walk, but it's probably the best thing to do. Walk all the way back there. You see the next train isn't coming for 2 hours, so you're just sitting in this train station. Every time someone walks by, just maybe hang your heads low. At one point, you see two police officers come into the train station. And just kind of looking around. They walk in your direction. And they go off in another direction. And then after a couple hours, train to London pulls in. You guys hop on the train. You get into London at 5:45 a.m. Where do you want to go? You don't heal because you didn't sleep. Now you could go check into a hotel right now and sleep and start the day later. Take the whole day off. Let me look at where we are on the calendar here. So Thursday, it was Thursday, February 12th, so now it's the morning of Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
Friday, February 13th, your 9th day in England. Desmond is back home.
Well, I don't know if you lot got a room at the inn. I've got my flat. It'd be tight sleeping for all four of us, but I'd find a way.
Yeah, we can't go back to where we were staying just in case we get tracked. Plus, we can't afford it.
We should lay low.
Yeah, let's go back to your pad.
Well, I suppose I can put some blankets on the floor. And yeah.
The upside is they have no way of tracking us. Tracking our whereabouts. We're not
Let's hope so.
Let's keep low profile for now, yeah. And I take you to, print journalism at the best of times, not the most remunerative career. So you're so up to a
He's a
up to
hoarder.
a third full floor flat, and it's packed with papers. It's just like, and so many, and it's just like tons of his own printed
His zines.
texts of like his workers' party zines. He's got lots of Marxist pamphlets and books and posters.
I just threw up the map of London here. If you can see it on the VTT. St. Pancras Station is number 3. So I think you come into St. Pancras. That's up in the northwest quadrant there. And then you'll see the Scoop is, oddly enough, lucky number 13. And that's just north of the Thames, right in the center of the map. Where do you think you live, Desmond?
I don't know enough about like the relative character of London neighborhoods at this
Buckingham
time.
Palace.
You live in Buckingham Palace. I don't know much about London, but I would say probably in Buckingham Palace.
London Bridge.
There's a tower there, right? A London Tower, Tower of London. Seems like a high rise.
Maybe you stay. You think you live near the Scoop, or do you like to be a little bit away
let's
from
say I
the
live
work?
near the Scoop. Maybe there's a maybe even in a building that adjoins my uncle's place. So yeah, maybe nearby there, somewhere in the neighborhood of the Scoop.
Okay. You've got
That's right near the Public Records Office as well.
Yes, right near the Public Records Office and the Royal Courts of Justice.
Let's stay away from there.
All right, so
Is there a brunch place?
you say in that general area. I can't think. I don't know what that area is called. But anyways, you live in that area. So you guys will have to take a taxi or something. And you get over there, arriving outside of your building after the sun has come up, say 10 past 7 in the morning. People are starting to get out and head to their factory jobs. The middle class commingling with the upper class as you escort everyone into your modest flat. There's posters of girls leaning on Corvettes on the wall. It's like a college dorm. Are you going to just like give everybody sheets and have them like everybody sleep? You must all be exhausted, and some of you are heavily injured.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one bed, maybe like a little couch and a sitting area. I could pull cushions off the bed, or if somebody wants it. Not much in the way of creature comforts here. And this might be a bed sit. This might just be a one roomer, and with a washroom down the hall that's shared by the whole
Oh, forget it then.
floor.
Wow,
That's the
times
worst.
changed.
Gosh, damn it.
Do you
I did
live here?
Yes, I live here.
So
Carter
beautiful.
needs a full standing bathtub wherever.
Where's the bidet at?
Do you have a bar?
I'm terribly sorry. This isn't the Waldorf Astoria or Versailles. I don't know what you're used to in your
The Waldorf
travels around the world.
Astoria. The Waldorf Astoria.
You're telling me there's no concierge.
I'm afraid you're looking at him, Mr. Braun. Can I get you a cup of tea? That's about all I can offer.
Oh, that would be great,
lovely.
actually, yeah.
I
Let's
could
go,
really
put a
go.
kettle on. You like sardines? He's like opening some tinned fish.
Could go for a scone.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
All right, so you guys just pass out on the floor of this tiny little apartment. I mean, you're so exhausted, as uncomfortable as it is. I would imagine you all pass out pretty quickly, sleep 6, 7, 8 hours. Now it's, closer to the middle of the day. You wake up in the afternoon of Friday the 13th. Tuesday is the full moon. In what few leads you have left, you know that on the night of the full moon, a truck seems to come to the Blue Pyramid Club, gather up a bunch of people, and drive off into the country. So there's something there. You know that Gavigan is involved with something that's going on here. You know he's got a secret room, but you still don't really know what's going on. You know that Inspector Barrington said that he trailed Zara Shafiq from Empire Spices and seemed like she might have been not telling the truth, but she came to clean and he pulled his detail off of her. Margot and Carter met her. She seemed on the up and up. There's something going on here. Is there a brotherhood? Who's involved? Now you see that there's something going on at the Limehouse docks. The Ivory Wind has a shipment. Is it going to China? Is it going to Australia? What is this shipment? What is going on? What is your plan for Friday the 13th?
I honestly thought you were going to say see you next week. So,
right, yeah, kind of
didn't really have
thinking
an
about it.
answer.
It's good if you give me a plan, then I know what to prep.
Yeah, and just
It's not in that 196 pages?
It's there somewhere. Let's go back to Eagles Grange. Son of a bitch!
But Carter, we could bring them to the basement of the Penhu Foundation again, or see what else we can get into there. There's more rooms.
We could also track Gavigan down to his place.
Yes.
And fucking
murder him. Just
Zara Shafiq seems so clean. You could track her, see what she gets up to in her off hours.
Should we split up and track? Because we're just watching, and we're not going to do anything else.
We could follow.
And if we go multiple places, and that's more work for Troy, so that's fun.
Just have him prep everything. We don't know what he wants to do.
I'm ready. It's 5 eps left after this.
I'm intrigued by the docks. Just seeing that's like the one place we haven't kind of probed. And also trying to get something on Zara Shafiq, who is too innocent by half.
Yeah.
Although she might be tied to these people coming on the getting
We
on
should
the
probably
bus.
start to figure that out, because we only have a few days before.
Are we going back to the Penhu? Because I'm curious about that, to be honest.
As in back to their secret
You want to see the basement?
chamber?
Yeah, I feel like Faeruz would be helpful down there, but is there anything else we can also get out of that? Besides just repeating.
I don't know.
Right.
That's what I'm wondering.
But the docks I'm very curious about.
Because we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if it's worth... I keep forgetting that we have 2 separate license plates that we've seen. Margot saw one that drove away that was watching us, and I saw the one that drove away from us in... whatchamacallit? From the Laughing Horse.
Right.
So I don't know who those people are. They're 2 different ones. So I don't know. Go to the London DMV. Hit it up.
Well, maybe the Hall of Records.
Yeah, the Hall of Rec something, and find out who's watching us.
Well, maybe
that's
we
really
can
bugging for Carter.
Not all of us are very sneaky. Maybe someone can tail one person, another person could tail another person, and then someone can go to the Hall of Records.
Well, if you want to put a tail on Miss Shafiq, I've not interviewed her, so I'm an unknown quantity as far as she's concerned.
All right, she thinks we're restaurateurs.
Right, she's seen us before, hasn't she?
So I could follow her.
She's seen you guys.
Not you. You were fumbling around over a fence behind her.
That's right. That's what's unfortunate.
And then, I mean, this limp is going away. I'm a little sneaky too. Maybe I can tail Gaffigan.
You talking about a classic Mystery Squad split up?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm terrified of...
Are we doing a 2-way split or a 4-way split?
I don't know. Do we want to go to the Hall of Records also? How many birds
I feel
do we
like the
want
Hall
to
of
murder?
Records might be like a nice daytime. I don't think that should take very long.
Yeah.
And also, we do know that nobody's trying to kill us there because that's just a Hall of Records. It's not
Unless those records are the eldritch signs of horror. Yeah, I think it makes...
That could be a little pit stop on the way, too.
Yeah, I think Des on Shafiq is great.
Yes, I do like that.
Right done.
And then Hall of Records into...
Maybe
Did you say tailing Gav again?
When we split up, you could Desmond off to Shafiq. We could do a quick stop at the Hall of Records, and then perhaps both the Penhew Foundation and the docks, I feel like, should be a nighttime activity.
Well, the docks is whether or not we wanted to actually like talk to Chowdhury and try to figure out anything from him. So that feels... I'm wondering if that's...
That could be a daytime.
Yeah.
And then maybe reconvene at the Penhew Foundation, perhaps?
Mm-hmm. Or tailing Gavigan, too, is also...
Tailing Gavigan. I do think tailing Gavigan would be important.
Also, maybe tailing people during the day is useful.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be... I mean, if we're tailing somebody, that would be the time to do it. Otherwise, they're at home resting.
Check these license plates along with any other information you may want to look up. You've gathered some stuff at the Hall of Records. Maybe find somebody who knows something about mechanical repair that you trust to look over those photos. Maybe Desmond has to ask his uncle for some help in that respect.
Yeah, Fairuz might check to see who that guy in her mom's diary was, if he's listed there.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps.
Emil, her perhaps lover. Was it Emil, I believe?
Yeah.
And send Desmond over to do some recon on Zara Shafiq while you do some daytime recon and tailing Edward Gavigan. You are back in London. 5 episodes left. Tuesday is a full moon. We'll see you next week.
How?
What if there's 21 episodes? I mean, I feel like that's still a cool number.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
So close and yet so far.